I'd love to go up there. I think Dad's going to go back this year too. He's gone with me a couple times over the years, but he said he's going this year, so we'll see.
You guys get an RV?
Yeah.
I heard that's just the easiest, best way to do it.
Yep. We've only flown in once. Every other time we've taken the RV, and the year we flew in, Melissa drove the motorhome up, and Marley and I flew up.
Are you flying this time?
No. Marley may. She may come up for a couple of days. We'll see.
How long a drive is that?
It takes us about 10, 11 hours.
I know.
We've done it in a single day, but it's an all day deal.
Yeah.
It's a much better 2-day trip.
Are you still looking at another plane?
I would like to have an old Cub. I have not got my eyes on one, so I don't have anything imminent.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm looking for one. Yes,
You got one now?
I have a Cirrus,
Serious?
Yeah. But I'd like to have an open air, just fun 1940s J3 Cub.
I'm just working on my private.
I've forgotten that. I guess I knew. I guess you told us that before.
I'll be done in 2 months or so. It's hard for me to get away and go knock it all out. Brett's got a meeting. He said he's got a meeting today at 3. He won't make it. Haven't heard from anybody else though.
Brett Carroll?
You know, I offer to help him with anything at all at the church. I do security at Second Baptist, and he put me on the dang bylaws.
Oh, dude.
I said, brother, I'd have done anything for you. Whatever you would have wanted. And you put me in. So I'm going to have half the church hate me, the other half, quarter of the way hate me, and then like me a little bit.
Man, that's almost as bad as we put on the building committee. That'll teach you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I get for offering. Stay in security and be quiet.
No good deed goes unpunished.
So they got a new box in here that we can control. It's not going to work today, he said, but you just press the green button, goes to like YouTube, and the red one's recorded. Because whenever we're in here, anybody's in here, there should be like a city employee that runs that for them and puts it on YouTube and does all that. So they bought that box that's supposed to fix everything.
But it's not working today?
I don't know if he's doing it himself, probably. I don't know.
It's interesting.
Saw Julie the other day. I hadn't seen her in a long time. She's at Birkdale, the assisted living place.
Yeah.
She got some friends in there.
Yeah.
My dad's in there now, so
Really?
I'm over there about every day.
Is that the one on Hogan?
What's
Is
that?
that the one on Hogan?
Hogan, yeah.
Right out there by, you still live in Centennial, I'm assuming? Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah.
I catch him on the way home usually.
We're going to get started on if that's going to work or not. But this is it. I can just kind of update you guys and tell you what's going on.
Sure.
That works for you?
Sure.
Let's see. Our fuel's down a little bit for jet. Like I said, kind of my update there that our jet was down. Our weather was pretty bad in January and February. January was pretty bad. February was bad as well. March is picking back up to where I expect to be. I expect to have some bigger fall and summer months than we did last year. So I think we're going to end up about where we did with jet as in 2023 for this year. It's kind of hard to project that, but that's what it's kind of looking like. We've been pretty busy. Our 100 low lead fuel was slow in January for the weather, but it's picking up. I expect will be 10 to 20, probably about 10,000 gallons more than 2023, which is a lot for avgas, just with the UCA guys starting off this past week.
Is that going to be year round or are they going to go like semesters?
That's year round.
So that fuel burn could go year round.
Yep.
And did I hear that they were flying those in from Little Rock every day? They're not actually staying here?
No, they have 2 slots in our hangar until now UCA is building a hangar
So eventually they will stay up.
Yes, and they do sometimes. I think some of the instructors live in, I think they just kind of, I don't know, surely, I don't know.
I would,
It stayed there last night.
yeah,
think it
where
was
I
the
was
first
going,
time.
I was wondering if they were gonna buy the fuel here or they were gonna buy the fuel in Little Rock.
They've been buying it here this week.
That's awesome.
So now they burn 6 gallons an hour too. They're
Yeah.
road tech.
Still,
You'd hope they'd buy it here.
Yeah.
they're out there a lot of hours too, though.
Yeah, they've been great to work with. The students, from what I hear from Dr. Teague, is they've been great. They finished the ground school, and then this is the first week they're starting to train.
So where is UCA's hangar going exactly?
So you have the 3 hangars down there to closest to our FBO. There's a blank spot, and then UCA, and then Robbie and Robbie. So it's down there at the corporate.
Okay, so it's going on that road.
Oh, I thought they were gonna go just north of the T hangers.
That's what I was thinking.
They were going to. That can be another time, I guess. Conversation, but they're going to be over there at the 100. They're getting a 100 by 100 hanger down there, which would be better for them, I think, long run. But the flight school seems to be going pretty good. Central's been great to work with. Dr. Teague's been good to work with. We haven't had any issues. They've only been flying here 4 days, but they've been good so far. The other flight schools have been super busy too, so.
Central's providing the instructors
Yep. And planes.
and the planes.
That's part of the whole deal. So it's easy.
Is
Easy
it
for them.
gonna be a 7-day-a-week thing, or do you know?
I think so. Yep.
It's kind of up to the instructor schedule.
That's right.
Okay.
How many students so far, you know?
15 is all they can do with the Part 141 for the VA. The VA won't pay for anybody if it's more than 15 students per class for anything, not just aviation, but if I go get my welding degree, my voc rehab they can't have more than 15 students per instructor, per class.
So what is considered a class? How does it, do you know?
They set it up by doing 15 in a ground school. They're going to start again. Don't quote me. I think they said June is when they're going to start another ground school.
So they'll have multiple classes a year.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing through.
Yep.
At
So
15,
as soon as they get done, that's right. As soon as they get done, I think in like soloing, like more than half the class, about June,
then they've moved
they'll
on.
start. That's right. They'll
Start
push.
another class.
That's right.
So is ground school 3 months?
It's 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it depends on, like, if I were to just go out there and get my license, like you could, and you're just doing one-on-one with instructor, typically they're going to do that like in the air. You'll sit down and do a lot of classroom time. Typically, you're just going to go fly. They'll teach you stuff in the air and stuff like that. But this, as a classroom setting, it's easier for 15 of us to sit around a table and 1 or 2 instructors get up there and teach that way. So, and that's just kind of how they're doing it. I don't know if that's typical, but that's how they've broken it down. So, see, the UCA, the lease and everything signed, so I don't know when they're building. It's not really any of my business, but everything's done on our end, my end and the city's end, so it's all signed. And
You said 100 by 100?
Mhm. Yeah.
Is that still at $3 a foot?
30 cents a square foot.
30 cents a
Yes,
square foot, yeah.
But yes, just like everybody else is.
And for how long? Like a 20 years?
They're all 4-year leases.
40 years?
Yeah.
And no extension?
It is on theirs, just like it is anybody else. I want to say for the record, we're not showing favoritism, but all those corporate ramps are built to, the FAA does not recommend, they don't want you to do over a 30-year land lease, but they don't recommend anything over 40 years, which all of those that were already there before I got there were 40 years, and I didn't think it was very fair for me to be like, no, we got to do 30. And those other 2 hangars when I got there were 40-year leases, so I stuck with the 40. But it says in there that they can lease it back in a lawyer roundabout writing way, that they can lease it back at fair market value after the time that it goes back to the city.
they get like first right of refusal or something.
That's right. So, and I can send you a copy of the lease if you'd like to look at it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's right.
So just for reference, how big is like Robbie's building?
Robbie's is 100 by 100.
So same size.
Yeah, they all have to be there. The minimum over there is 100 by 100.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you can put,
Is that the plot size or is that the building size?
they pay for the whole plot, parking lot and everything.
So that's the 100 by 100?
The building is 100 by 100, but they have the whole, they're built up into 6 plots over there.
Okay.
Or 7 plots. And then so they pay the parking lot up to the ramp. So from that road to the ramp, they pay off based off that land that they're utilizing, but the building can't be anything less than 100 by 100.
So how many would that leave, how many lots would that leave us up there on that end?
None.
That's it, huh? Okay, and that's gonna take a whole lot of work for us to get to add anymore, right? A whole lot of dirt work.
I beat you to it. So 2 weeks ago, I sent a request to Bozeman's office for a couple $1 million. Part of that is to add another corporate ramp north of that, another hangar, some safety roads for us, getting from the fuel tanks to the general ramp over there. Not our ramp, but the corporate ramp. I mean, I hate it right now. Just having our jet truck go on the taxiway scares me so bad. Like for some reason, I just got that bad feeling that one of these line techs or one of these pilots or one of these students are just going to be not talking on the radio. And here comes our fuel truck, goes on the taxiway to go fill up a King Air or a jet that's parked over there and have an accident. So one of my main priorities is putting a road from our ramp in front of the FBO to the corporate ramp and then to that other corporate ramp as well to get them off. No fuel trucks and no cars at all. You see all those trucks all the time and cars coming from it scares me. I don't know why it does, but I don't like it.
So you said $2 million request to both?
$6 million.
$6 million.
Yep.
For the dirt work?
For the dirt work, for a hangar, for another 100 by 100 hangar, a bunch of dirt work for the corporate ramp, and then dirt work for 2 new hangars next by the F block T hangars as well.
So what's the process from there once you?
I'm waiting to get approval. That was like 2 weeks ago. So I went up there with everybody else for that trip up there and spoke to him about it. And, I sent it last year, got denied, which it's a lot of money, so I get it. I felt really confident. We went up there and everyone said their speech and, I talked about the airport and we brought it up again and I let them know that, hey, I was going to send this appropriation again like I did last year and to look out for it, think about me, consider it. So,
Bozeman's office is the one that got us a meeting with the FAA up there several years ago that resulted in a grant that year.
That's right. They've been really good. So, and he's done it in the past for other airports. Not necessarily that much money, but I think I might have cut it back a little shy of $6 million, but it will help us tremendously.
Yeah.
That'll get a whole other corporate ramp built. And I have phone calls all the time from people wanting to build hangars, businesses want to come in. I had a helicopter company. I don't know if I talked about this last meeting or not, but there was a helicopter company that called me that wanted to pull in shop here. They were heavy lift helicopters, fighting fires all over this side of the country and from California, but wanted to come this way. And we had a hangar. Those things were huge. They wouldn't fit in that hangar. This is 100 by 100, but the door was too small. So, I just want to set us up for not missed opportunities that'll bring jobs into town and more fuel and, so if we have that, it'll help tremendously. And then it'll help us in 4 years. I plan on doing part of my 5-year plan with the FAA is the dirt work and for the new hangars. I can already get that done and all my safety stuff has been done, which it will be by then, they'll pay for a hangar or 2. It's my plan, at least. That's what I'll propose. So we'll see. All they tell me is no, and then I'll do it again next year.
So how long would the extension be if you get the funding for that?
We're doing the extension. It's funded. It'll be 501 foot, so it'll put us at 6,001 foot.
No, I'm talking about for the
It'll
ramp.
look just like the corporate ramp now, same size.
So how many hangars would you get out of that?
7.
So
Now back to the runway view, the extension.
Now we're doing 501 foot next year. So we're doing the planning stuff right now, all the environmental stuff, noise, all those things is going on right now.
And the construction would be next year?
Yes, sir.
And that would be beginning October 1st of this
Probably in
year?
the spring. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time for the FAA funding and stuff to roll over.
But you think the construction would start next year, next spring?
And actual 2025.
That'd be great.
Yep. So we're
And
cruising.
that'll bring in a lot more traffic potentially,
I
right?
think so. A lot of jets. We've got,
I think I had lunch with Walt Peterson today, and he was saying that would get us Gulf Streams, he thought.
we get a couple now, but we'll get a lot more. It helps on hot days, hot summers. It'll help sell some more fuel potentially too. Like we'll say a Falcon 900. If they could take off a lot more fuel and get down to Florida and back, they would take on more. That way they don't have to buy fuel that's twice as much as we charge down there. So they would, we would sell a lot more fuel just in that
They
aspect.
ferry that cheaper fuel down there.
That's right.
To burn it on the way back.
So all those things will help. That's kind of all I have. So September's coming up. I put this kind of on my email. Is our 10-year. We're coming up on 10 years out there.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It is hard to believe.
I'm kind of looking at doing, I want to show off. I want a big, not big. I want to show off what Conway has, what airplanes we have out there, if people choose to do that. I know a lot of people are private, don't want the whole community knowing what stuff they have, which is totally fine. But, if you want to show off, you're serious, bring it out there. If you want to show if I want to show off whatever, I want to tow it up to the front and all in front of the FBO, do a circle lineup like a car show.
Yeah.
Oshkosh, whatever. Tow them up there, and I've already been talking with some people to come do some flyovers, do some food trucks, do some giveaways. Everyone that comes in the front door will give them 3 tickets and have some buckets in front of each plane. I think your Waco is the best one I've seen. They put a ticket, whoever has the most tickets at the end at 5:00 wins a whatever. So it's stuff like that. Get some food trucks out there, get some bounce houses, and just show the people in Conway, we've been out there for 10 years, exactly what we have out there. Half the people I talk to, I'll walk around with a Conway airport shirt on. They're like, we have an airport? What do you do? What do you do out there? So just to kind of show off what we have and get more people interested in the airport. Yeah. So I'll kind of work on that here a month or two. September will be up here before we know it, unfortunately. So I start getting a hold of that. I'll have some more information, but it will be September 14th. I do know that much.
That's the date.
That is the date. UCA game is at night that day. So
Will UCA have a presence with that, you think, with their flight school out there?
yeah, I've talked to them already. So they're going to bring
I
some
would
planes
think
out
it would
there.
be in their best
Absolutely.
interest.
Yeah. So I've talked to them. Actually talked to them before I came up here this morning, and they'll bring some planes out there and do whatever they can. And I'll try to get some food trucks out there and just have I think I did 12 to 5 o'clock and just kind of bring all those things out there and just showcase what we have. And I've talked to people about doing some flyovers and blow the smoke and, do all those fun things and do all that cool thing. But that's all I have, really.
I think it's a great idea.
Agree.
Any questions you guys have of me?
Did Duncan ever pick up that trailer?
Mhm.
It was still out there the last time I flew
No,
in.
he called me the next day.
Okay.
Not Duncan, but one of your guys. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, I said, it's fine. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Everything's shut. All the windows are shut. It's totally fine.
It was several days later, and I flew in. I thought, what's that still doing?
No,
here?
they did. He called the next day. It was like, is it okay if we do this? I said, you guys helped me out tremendously. I'm just thankful we didn't need it. Like, no, you leave it there.
I'm
as
glad
long
it
as
wasn't in your way
No,
at the
not
same
at all.
time.
No, we were very thankful for that. He was nice enough to bring an RV out there because I've been going to meetings since I started working this job about this eclipse, and then I live in Greenbrier over by Arca Valley airstrip, and I was like, man, that's like supposed to be the craziest traffic, and I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get home, and someone else lives out there too, so they brought a camper out there just in case we needed a place to sleep, but we didn't need it. We did have a pretty big present show up for the eclipse. We had like 14 jets, 30 small planes. It's like
I think y'all had one of the bigger,
we did.
a lot of people, nothing showed up for what they were expecting, but the airport, I think people did fly in for it, so.
It was cool. It was a fun experience. Like everyone was just kind of out on the ramp, and
Even later on into that night, the locals were still there having a good time.
yeah, oh yeah.
Did some of the pilots chase it, like keep going and try to keep up with it? Or?
I think 2 of them did. We had some return customers that came to us because they've stopped there before on business meetings and loved the area and remembered, hey, it's flat out there, and they liked us. One came from Denver, they're a chain company that's got some stores off I-40 over there, and they
Never seen so many airplanes inbound to Conway at one time on Flight Aware as it was that morning.
it was just, I'm okay with it. Like I said, because we were as busy as we needed to be. Everything was safe, and it was great. It worked out good. So we charged a ramp fee. So it wasn't nothing crazy. I mean, it was like $25 what we normally charge
Yeah.
for jets. So it wasn't anything crazy. But I I hope intend I'll have to take it to city council, I think, to use that money to go to the air show. So, I mean, it's not a ton, but it'll help do something. T-shirts maybe or something, I don't know. So, yeah.
Anything we can do to help support you?
No, probably the air show's gonna be, like I said, my FAA stuff is good this year. It's pretty easy. It's all paperwork. It's noise, what's 501 foot noise gonna make? Well, there's nothing out there. It's pretty easy. Environmental, easy. There's nothing out there. So everything's super easy for this extension. We'll start the bidding process and everything towards the end of the year, getting ready for 2025. But everything in that aspect's pretty easy.
When you're extending the runway, are there ways to safely still use the runway?
No, absolutely. Yeah, we may shut down like up to Alpha. So they have to use the taxiway, Bravo Charlie Delta taxiway or something like that. And then so they might only have like 4,500 feet instead of the 5,000,
So it's not like strapping and all when you had to kind of shut it down.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
We fly into Springdale a lot, and they've been extending theirs up there and redoing it. We've been dealing with that shortened length. I think they're done now.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all.
Which would be good. So we'll still want all that because that'll shut us down it's a pretty big project. But those guys work there. Man, those contractors they got a game plan. They just go. Like, it was watching that whole thing kind of take place. I mean, they started day one. It wasn't going. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, that's all we got going on. Tim's sick right now. I went and brought him some food. I went to make a meal and brought him some lunch and some soup and stuff like that. He's been sick all week, so
That's not good.
hope he gets feeling better.
All that ice and snow on the airport cause any damage, potholing or anything like that?
No, it was good. Just killed us financially. Not
Oh, I know that.
It didn't, but
But you have a bunch of maintenance costs as a result of it.
Sprinkler pipe busted. I don't know if I'm gonna fix that this year or not. That's expensive. Another backflow valve. But other than that, no, which is pretty fortunate. For a place that big, I mean, we got 400 some acres out there, so. That's all I've got.
I think we're going well.
Yes, busy.
I know I ask this every time. When do we get up to the next classification?
Good question.
Yeah, hopefully by the end of the year. I mean, with all these instrument guys that are coming out there,
I've been trying to shoot an approach when I come in for you.
it should probably by the end of the year. I'm gonna have them pull the information again at the end of the year.
Okay.
So I'd go from 250 to 750?
800, yeah, I think.
a big deal.
For the national.
Yeah.
Designation.
Probably AIP money, stuff like that. I've got another guy, I'm not gonna say names, I don't know if this is going on the web or whatever. There's someone across from the Alpha hangar that's want to build 3 sets of hangars over there. So do a land lease and build 60 by 80s, 3 60 by 80s. So I'm working that as well too. So feel free to call me after if you want more information on that, but
Still a long waiting list for hangars too.
55, 56.
That's great.
Found some. 70 something I got on here.
Yeah. They say I pulled up, I don't know, somewhere around there. I think just shy of 60 probably.
It's a good problem to have.
It is. And they're just so expensive to, I mean, even now, I think they're like $1.2 million per. I mean, it's hard for a city, like I feel bad, but it's very hard. Even a private, I don't know how, I mean, I do know how they do it. They charge way more than we do. And I mean, our prices aren't, just one of those things.
Prices are very reasonable.
Yeah. And I hate to, we do very well on our jet stuff that I don't want to hurt our general aviation guys. 'Cause it's not fair. We don't have a huge general aviation population that does this for a job. Maybe 1 or 2 maybe out there. So I don't want to go hurt the guys that fly once or twice a month. I don't like doing that. That's just, I don't see the need for it. We're doing well. So I have no intentions of raising any rent on that. So that's my outlook at least.
Hope we get you 6 million.
Me too.
absolutely.
Yeah, call your local representative and tell them to push it through. If you could call Jeff Standridge and the Arkansas Aeronautical Division, I think we are very justified as the Airport of the Year. And we have not ever got it. We have a ton of stuff going on right now with flight school and the safety stuff that we've done. So feel free to call those guys
He's
if
on
you
the
want
state
to.
board now.
He sure is. You can call Jerry Chisholm's the president if you want to call him too. So Clarksville got it.
Especially since it's our 10th year.
Exactly. Clarksville got it last year and they're an unmanned airport. I don't know how that worked, but I just sat in there and said, well,
Who got it?
Clarksville. Now, the city did pay a lot of money that coughed it up themselves for some like rehab stuff that they got done. And that's kind of how they justified it. But I'm like, man, we killing it over there, like Conway's. I'm like, man, but that's okay. I get it. I get it.
Who else are we missing today? I know Jeff's not. Brett's not
Brett.
here.
Todd
Where's
Williams.
the real estate guy?
Gordon, Chris
Thornton.
and Jason Travis.
Is Todd still on here?
Todd who?
McWilliams?
I don't think he ever was. I don't think he applied.
Okay.
He should have. Jason Travis got it this year, but he works for Southwest now. As soon as he applied, he got picked up on Southwest. So I know I don't know.
There's Teague office out there somewhere.
It will be once they do, once they build the hangar.
He'll be in there.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, by the way.
Brad Teague? I wouldn't say that.
Because he used to be a customer. You have to be nice to him.
Wouldn't go that far. So, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me know if you need anything.